welcome back to Math with Jen. In this video, we are going to determine products of a number and 10 or 100 using properties of operations and place value understanding. We are going to start with a multiplication fact that you all have memorized. We know that 7 times 10 is 70, but why? Let's use place value to see why. We have 7 times 0 ones. Remember that 0's in the ones place. And then we have 7 times 1 10. If we do that, we have 7 times 0 ones. So we have 7 groups of nothing, which is still nothing. Over here, we have 7 groups of 1 10. So that would mean we have 7 tens. We want to add 0 ones plus 7 tens. That gives me 70, because 7 tens would be written as 70. That is what's happening when you guys learned 7 times 10 equals 70. Okay, here's another multiplication fact that you memorized. So we have 0 times 12. Okay, we're taking that 0 ones and I'm multiplying it to the 12. Here I'm going to take 12 and multiply it by 110. This was 0 ones. Okay, I'm going to multiply it by 110. So now I still have 0 ones. I have 12 times 110 gives me 12 tens. Remember, 10 times 10 is 100. If I take away the 10 that we needed to make 100, I have 2 tens left because I used 10 tens from this 12 tens. Hope that makes sense. I'm going to have 2 tens left over, so that 2 tens is going to stay in the tens place. The other tens that I had that made 100 is going to come over to that 100 place now. And that's why we get 120. Let's look at 40 times 10. We have 0 ones being multiplied to 40. 0 1 times 40 is still 0. 1 times 40, so we're going to come over here. So now we have 40 times 110. It's going to give me 40 tens. We know that 10 tens equals 100 as a place value. If I have 40 tens, that means that I have 400. 40 tens means that I have 400. I'm going to put in the 0 here because I don't have any tens left over. All the tens that I got were being used to make hundreds. That 4 is being carried over to the hundreds place. So I get 400. Next example, we have 86 times 10. Again, 0 ones times 86 is still going to give me 0. 86 times 110, that would give me 86 tens. And remember, one group of 10 makes 100. Because I have 86 tens, that means I have 800, because I can take 80 of those tens to make 800, and then I will have 6 of those tens left over. Those 6 tens I get to write in the tens place. The 80 tens is now 800, so that's actually being to the next place value, and that's going to give me 860. You're going to see a pattern with multiplying by 10. When you multiply by 10, really what you're doing is you're having that number, and then you're going to put that 0 in for the ones place, because we don't have any ones. And then the 10 is saying you have that many tens. So I have 86 tens. And when we write 86 tens, that anything that goes over 10 gets carried over to the hundreds place. And that's what happens when you multiply by 10. So I have 56 times 100. What happens when you multiply by 100? 56 is going to be multiplied by 0 ones. The 56 is going to be multiplied by 0 tens. And then the 56 is going to be multiplied by 100. This is what's happening to the place values. 56 times 0 ones is still 0. So in the ones place, I'm going to put a 0. 56 times 0 tens, still 0. So I'm going to put 0 in the tens place. 56 hundredths. I went from having 100 to now having 56 hundredths. So that 10 hundredths equals 1,000 because of place value. So because I have 50 of them, I can go ahead and say that I have 5,000 and then I have 600 left over. So from the 5600s, because every 10 hundreds make 1,000, I have 5,000 and then I have 600s. So I can put the 6 in the hundreds place and the 5 in the thousands place. So it's 5,600. Next one, again, we have 0 ones times 32. So 32 groups of 0 is still 0 ones. 0 tens times 32, I'm still going to have 0 tens. 32 times 100, I'm going to have 32 hundreds. 10 hundreds make 1,000. If I have 32 hundreds, that means I have 3,000. And then the 200. 2 goes into the hundreds place, and the 3 goes into the thousands place. Okay, so going through those examples, you can now see why when we multiply by 10, we have that 0 and then the number above, because we have that 0 ones being multiplied to everything. So that 0 comes down, and then that 110 is being multiplied to everything. Same thing over here. The reason why when you multiply by a multiple of 100, you can go ahead and put the 2 zeros automatically is because 0 times 63 is 0 ones. 0 tens times 63 is 0 tens, and then 100 times the 63 is 63 hundreds. And that is what happens when you multiply by 10 and when you multiply by 100. I thank you so much for joining me in this video. I hope that you learned something new, and I will see you next time. Bye.